Hey, what's up, gamers? We are back with part 2. Now we are in the room of Sam and Calvin. One wanted to be a hunter slash military, while the other one wanted to be an astronaut. Let's look around for more clues. Let's see what we can find.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Why would he never talk about his twin?
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
A letter.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
So we are on the swing. Hopefully we won't do the same what I did when I was a kid. Like go high speed up to the sky and then jump out of it because we might fall off the cliff.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Now we're just gonna swing around. I mean, up and down.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
Our mom called us. Let's go eat. It's very important to eat when you are growing.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the
Our
wind
mom
hadn't
is
picked
calling
up,
us again.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Now we go all
The
around.
day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
So we fell off the cliff.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
I also tried to like jump out of the swing, go around the tree branch. But yeah, when I was a kid, I really loved the swing.
After the funeral, Edith roped off Calvin's half of the room.
It was really nice of this game that all the rooms are...
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted
they
at
left
18
it,
and
actually.
never set foot in the room again.
Now let's go further and let's see some other rooms. But these small details as well, like you have to push the books to like go to the other room, or the other one where you have to open the diary to like open and go inside the next room. It's really nice actually.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
And now we are back in the beginning part.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
My friend the Bigfoot.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
It could be really hard that she had all this fame while she was really little, just a kid, and you have all this attention. It's really difficult.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
The birthday cake is still here. How old is this? Dreadful story.
Of all the stories people
Barbara
wrote about
Finch.
Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent. She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
So when you are here, you have to remove everything from the table, the balls, the cans and the planks. And I know this because I had to do it again, all over again. Because the explanation by the trophy only gonna say the balls. So yeah, good luck.
Infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hookman, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it. Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. Had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. Was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
So how did you like the story? Let me know in the comments, and we see each other at part 3.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Okay guys, we're gonna end this video here. Comment, like, subscribe, and we see each other, as I said, on the part 3. Have a nice weekend.